Hello everyone, Pagan here. Today we're going to be taking a look at this HP Stream laptop. Now I've had this for a couple of years. I've had it for about, I want to say 3 years. So I've had this laptop for 3 years. It has been my main machine. However, it is no longer my main machine as I upgraded from it Christmas of 2023. So as we boot up here, we have one issue that is obvious. It says the CMOS checksum is invalid. So CMOS battery is dead in this, and it also doesn't have an operating system, which thankfully I've prepared a USB ahead of time. So this is Reloaded 7 on this USB drive, which is a modified copy of Windows 10 to look exactly like Windows 7. So we're gonna go ahead and plug it in and try and install it. And here we are. Don't be fooled, this is not Windows 7, this is Reloaded 7. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and click Next. And here's our drives, we're just going to delete them. And we should just breeze through installation right here. I'm going to go ahead and start a time lapse here, so that way you can see it just like that. But it should take like 15 or so minutes in real time. So, yeah, time lapse starts now. Alright, so we are back here. We're on the Reloaded 7 setup Windows screen. We're just going to type in Pagan. Here we go. We're going to type in our password. Come on. Oh, I guess our passwords aren't the same. We don't need a product key. Windows 7 Ultimate, I have selected the version. Next. We're just going to select clear, basic, yeah. Okay. Finish. Here we are at the... Okay. Here we are at the thank you screen, and yeah. It is not July 15th, but yeah. So fresh install of Reloaded 7 here. Let's just go ahead and have a, oh, I need to install graphics drivers. So we have around 15.4 gigabytes free, which should give us enough room for what we're gonna do to it. So yeah. First, we need to get some drivers installed. So let me go ahead and connect to my internet, and I will see you when I get those installed. This should be a no breeze, or easy breezy situation. Installing drivers for this thing is kind of simple. And yeah, I will be right back when we install those drivers. Alright, so we are back after installing drivers. If you can't tell, it is the next day. I was filming this kind of late, and by the time I got done with it, it was around 10 or 11 p.m. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to go to bed and film this the next day. So, let's go ahead and install some games, see how it runs. Yep, basic. Alright, and here we are. Steam is finished. We're going to go ahead and let it update here since this is what it normally does when it installs. Let's go ahead and try out, just the basics. We got Half-Life. Yeah, as you can see, 10.85 gigabytes free, which could pose to be a problem for this machine, but we're going to go ahead and let that download in the background. We're going to go ahead and get Portal. Let's go ahead and try Portal out as well, which is going to get us down to around 3 gigabytes. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and start a time lapse here, and I will see you guys when this is finished downloading. Alright, so we are back. If you notice, that time lapse was a little bit faster than the last one. That's because it only took around 5 minutes to install all of these, which is really good, which is what I expected for an SSD, so yeah. Let's go ahead and throw it a softball and start with the regular Half-Life, the original. Alright. Okay, as you can see, everything's working just fine. Yep, we can die just normally. Alright. As you can see, loading in the maps is rather simple. It doesn't take too terribly long. It takes like less than 5 seconds, I want to say. Can I kill you? I can, okay. Yeah, other than that, it's just Half-Life. Everything works as to be expected. It can't get really any simpler than this. The game was made in 1999, so it really... Ooh, jeez, okay. That caught me off guard really bad. Ooh. And we're dead. Okay, yeah, I think that's enough of Half-Life. Go ahead and save here, why not? And quit. Let's move on to Portal 2, or Portal, just regular Portal. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and boot up Portal. And, yeah. No issues booting up at all. Hopefully. And we should see how this goes. One thing I just noticed, we probably should go ahead and pick up a copy of Fraps, see how much frames we're getting. So here we are running Portal 2, or Portal, just the regular Portal, at 60. As we like move around, sometimes we'll have massive frame drops to sometimes we'll have massive frame drops like down to 30. Sometimes we'll have frame drops down to 30, which isn't good. Especially when going through portals here, we can see it get as low as 20. At least we're not hitting 1-digit fractions. Yeah, see, right here we're running at 60 FPS. But, you know, we're not doing anything, we're just kind of sitting in this empty room. So it does a lot better in empty rooms, as opposed to full-on levels and loading into it, it seems, because we're at 30 now. You can see it kick up to 30. And here we are at 60. So the smaller levels that don't really require much, you can see it tends to do better. Like as we move around, so we're now stuck at 30. Let's go ahead and vaporize it. Let's see how bad we can get it running. So this is running on pretty much any setting that I could get higher. We're stuck at 30 now. I got motion blur running too, which I don't think the graphics card is doing very well on that, because this is integrated graphics we're running on. This thing has no dedicated GPU, so that's probably why it's running so poorly as far as frame rate goes, as far as there's a lot of factors as to why the frame rate is this way. You could blame the RAM, you could blame the CPU, you could blame the GPU, you could really blame anything on this because this is a netbook, so yeah, I mean, it's Portal, except for the frequent frame drops that happen. What else could you expect? This is a netbook. So we're gonna go ahead and save the game here, and we will go ahead and quit. We will go ahead and try the original Counter-Strike. To be fair, I am being a bit easy on this machine because, then again, it's running older games. Like Portal, I believe, came out in 2007. Half-Life came out in 97, I think. It's either 97 or 98. Anyways, let's go ahead and see if we can't find a server. So here I am in just a custom server. I'm gonna go ahead and mute it. As you can see, we're lagging. I'm not sure if it's because we're on a custom server or what. I'm not sure what this is. There we go. So as far as playing online goes, yes, this thing can play online. Probably to an extent. Oh, I guess I just got flashbanged. Did it say something about, like, your mom's a bitch? I think is what it said. That's honestly kind of funny. But, yeah. So you can definitely play Counter-Strike on this computer. Yeah. That's about all the plans I have for this. Besides cloud errors. Yes, you can play Counter-Strike on it. An old version. Maybe someday I will be able to get Counter-Strike 2 running on here. Then again, I know that's going to be a living hell. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. This is Pagan. I am out. Have a good one.